and we want to thank you for joining the Four Tales podcast.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.
We're about to talk some comics and get a little bit controversial. Everything from indie books to movie to level commercial. With no rehearsals when we converse to coerce you. And then we do the quick takes and try to get to the person. So join us and get your comic book a few more sales once a week wherever you pod. It's Four Tales. Once a week wherever you pod. It's Four Tales.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Taurus Comics in collaboration with Fourth Wall Production respectfully brings to you the 179th episode of the Four Tales podcast. I'm your host, Kyron Silva from Taurus Comics. Across the way is the Mulberry writer of Ace Blade, Danny J. Quick, and together we are your two award-winning Blurred comic creators here to help you find your next favorite comic. We are live by the Age of Geekdom Network.
3 weeks in a row, Kyron. 3 weeks in a row.
We are live via Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. So if you're listening and watching us live, thank you for your support. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and review this podcast because all your positive reviews, interactions help us reach a bigger audience. I hate myself right now.
3 weeks, man. I thought you was going to get it this week. But here we are.
Whatever. What are you doing? How you doing?
Man, I'm here, man. Listen. We got a different setup here for some reason. I don't know why the comments are coming up by your face instead of on the side like they usually do.
I wanted something different. I can't have something different.
Yeah, but I want to cover up your beautiful, handsome face. You know, we need that.
We don't. We really don't.
we need that. People need to see your expressions and stuff like that.
I am still very visible, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. Look at this.
Yeah,
all this is still visible.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I did a post the other day that got a lot of agreement, and I want to know what you think. I posted that The Rundown is The Rock's best movie. I don't know if you saw that post.
I did. I saw that.
Do you? And a lot of people agree with me. I really like The Rundown. Like it's one of my like comfort movies that I watch.
Yeah.
And like if I'm gonna put on a Rock movie, that's the one I'm gonna put on. So that's why I said that it's the best. Do you agree or disagree?
All right. So here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy The Rundown.
You like The Scorpion King. I understand.
No, I like The Scorpion King also. I don't know if it's okay. Are we talking about the best movie he's been in, or the best movie that was starring him?
Like starring his starring movie.
Okay, best starring movie. So
his movie.
We got The Rundown. We got Walking Tall.
Mm-hmm.
We got The Scorpion King.
Right. Yeah.
What else we got recently? We got The Tooth Fairy.
I like The Tooth Fairy. I'm not gonna lie. I like The Tooth Fairy.
We got Black Adam. We got Red.
I still quote, I'm allergic to cinnamon in my house. I say that all the time to my kids.
Okay, are we counting Jumanji movies? Because he was the star in that, but there were other people with him that you can also count.
Those are more of ensemble movies, but I think those are his movies.
Okay, and are we counting Central Intelligence with him and Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gridiron
Gang?
Gridiron Gang is his movie for sure. Okay.
All right.
Any of those movies over Jungle Cruise?
No, not Jungle Cruise.
Not for
Jungle Cruise is an enjoyable family movie.
Yeah.
But I would put the Jumanji series over Walking Tall or over
The Rock's Jumanji's over
over The Rundown. Yeah.
The Rock's Jumanjis aren't even the best Jumanjis though.
That's fine. But okay, so my thing is The Rundown's a good movie, but it wasn't because of The Rock that it was a good movie. He added to it, but I would say that's more what's the name? Sean
Williams.
Sean Williams, Sean Scott, something, whatever.
Yeah, William Murphy Scott, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. He makes that movie a good movie. The Rock is just added on? Like, is all the scenes that you think of in that movie, is it more The Rock or is it more The Rock's interactions with Sean?
I would say it's equally as much as him and Kevin Hart. Like I think
Sure.
him and Kevin Hart in their movies are what made it good. It was a team
Yeah.
effort, but
Yeah. Same
I
thing
did
with Jumanji. I would think with Jumanji is him and Jack Black and Kevin Hart. That's the problem. It's like there's no Rock movie that just says this is all The Rock.
yeah.
It's more this is The Rock and everybody else makes this really good.
What about what was it, Calvin and Hobbes? What was the movie? Sean How and Shobbs?
On top,
Calvin and Hobbes was a comic book. Comic book. I'm not talking about.
now I want a Calvin and Hobbes movie starring The Rock so bad right now.
That's crazy.
Now I'm thinking, who would The Rock voice in that? Would it be Calvin or Hobbes, or would he be the dad?
Oh my god.
I really want him to be the.
You have to be
I
Calvin.
want
Yeah.
to be. No, I want to be Hobbes.
Would have make that's how like, either way is ridiculous.
All right.
But we got a guest, so I want to get his perspective. This young man hails all the way from Fayetteville, North Carolina. His name
Are we still calling people a young man? Is that
we're
thing
all
still-
young men. I don't care how
Okay.
much gray we got in our beards and hair. We're still young men.
Okay.
He is a comic book illustrator from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Revagen is his first book that he started creating when he was in high school. He worked alongside some of the most amazing artists in the industry. I personally will call him my friend. He did an Ace Blade cover for me recently, and I got his book right here. Revagen. I got the first one, and I'm gonna ask him after we get this rock question. I want to know where's Revagen number 2, because you left us on a cliffhanger. You left us on a cliffhanger for Revagen number 1. It's time. This you signed this for me back in 2023. Darryl Murphy, 2023, right here. I want to know whether the next one is. But first, tell me, what do you think The Rock's best movie is?
Okay, so I think The Rock's best movie, personally, is Black Adam. I'll go with Black Adam.
Mention Black Adam.
All right, so we don't need Darryl Murphy here. Obviously, the man has made bad choices in life. Like, serious.
But get Darryl back in here. That man can like.
He picked Black Adam.
He can like
That
Black
is
Adam.
literally
He
the
can
movie
like
that
Adam.
ended all the DCEU.
Black Adam. No, that was not Black Adam's fault. It was already ending. He was trying to save the DCEU with Black Adam. Bring Darryl back.
All right.
Bring Darryl back.
Hi, Darryl.
Trying to save the DCEU.
No.
It just didn't go his way.
Almost every report says that it ended because of The Rock's attitude in that movie. And that he wanted to be the bigger than Superman for some reason.
Well,
I mean,
doesn't that sound familiar? Like, isn't that just how it goes with The Rock and his co-stars?
I guess so. Hi, Darryl. How you doing today?
doing well.
All right. I guess we got to say welcome back. This is technically Darryl's second time on the show. The first time you and Danny, you and Darryl did a live interview at Heroes Con.
Yeah,
At Heroes Con, yep. A
Okay,
couple years
all right.
ago at Heroes Con. I snuck into. I'm not the type that stays and hangs around after shows usually.
That
I
is
usually just go
so
home.
true.
I usually just go home, go to sleep. But
you were last year. You were gone. I was like, Danny, I'm flying across the country to come see you. He's like, no, I'm out. Leave me. Don't talk to me. I was like, but Danny, I gotta say bye to you. Gotta take a picture.
we did go eat one day though. We did go hang out one of those days. But because I'm so dedicated to the Foretales podcast, I stayed behind after the show. I went up to the room, to the hotel, and me and Darryl did our first like on location interview. I think that was our first Foretales on location interview, which was cool. That is an awesome mug, Kyron. I like that.
Shout out to Dan Bethel for the mug.
Shout out to Dan Bethel, yeah. But yeah, man, we got a lot of catching up to do since then, man. It's been a while, and I first want to talk to you about Revagen, man. Well, okay, we should do it. We should do this right. We need to talk about your start in comics. What made you decide to get into comic books, and what made you decide to make this book Revagen?
Well, my start, and I think it was it was 2014. I met this creator called Stacey Robinson, Black Kirby.
Okay.
So he gave me a comic book called Abraham the Young Lion, Abraham the Young Lion, and we talked for a little bit. He was telling me about comics and just showed me a whole different world out there. It was like anything I've ever seen before. So I was always like, I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z. I was always drawing, trying to figure out how I can draw these characters from the TV screen. And I started getting these Shonen Jump books, if y'all remember those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of gained an interest in that, but I didn't know like it was actually called a comic book until like later on. But Revagen was something that it kind of developed over time. I always wanted to make a comic about myself, and I was like, growing up, I was like, well, why can't I make myself a superhero? I went through some things in life, and I just wanted to create a character that I could, show people.
I do see the likeness there. I do see that likeness.
I wanted to create a character that could really speak to others. Like everybody goes through, stress, anxiety, depression. People have obstacles in life, and I'm trying to show them a way to get over those obstacles in my book throughout the stories. And the way I came up with Revagen was like I grew up in church, a Christian, and I wanted to see if I could put like, at first it was the beginning before the end. And I was like, okay, how can I put that together? It's Genesis and Revelation. So I flipped them. So I said, okay, let me start by putting the end before the beginning. So I said, okay, Revelation. Then I said Genesis. Okay, Revagen. So a good question is, and I get this a lot. People ask me, is this a Bible book? But it's not really a Bible book, but it's a story with you have your deities in there, you have aliens, galactic civilizations. It's like the whole nine. It's an action-packed story, but it's also a deep story because it's about a demigod who's trying to find out who he really is and why he was created. So
yeah, I was gonna say, man, I know it's not a Bible story. I wouldn't say it's a Bible story. It's got some biblical elements in there. I mean, you start off talking about the firmament and things that people who read the Bible would know, but the story, and I don't mean to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it, but
No, go ahead and spoil it. It's fine.
the story happens after the rapture, right? The story starts after the rapture, and we find out that the main character, Red, is not raptured away, along with all the humans on Earth, because he was there before humanity, because he was part of this alien race called the Nixonians, right? It's the Nixonians.
yeah.
And I thought that was really interesting. But we also find out that things may not be what he's told. So, leaving off on that cliffhanger, I was always interested in getting that next issue, Darryl. So now I've been seeing you posting amazing animations instead of still drawings like you were, man. So what's the move? Are we getting Revagen 2, or are you leaning into animation, or are you going to animate Revagen 2?
Or all three.
Or all three.
So this is what I'm doing. So Revagen 2 is already done. It's going to be released next month.
Okay.
So the animation is I'm starting from issue 1, but animation won't get finished until I get to issue 10. So I want to have a full story arc, and I was thinking about dropping at least 5 minutes of the animation, like on YouTube once it was finished, because I always wanted to create my own animated show.
Mm-hmm.
But you all know like how much that can cost, and the whole process with that. But I figured, well, I don't have a team for it, so why not do it myself?
Why not? Why not? Right? That's because
isn't that that's the whole concept of all of us as indie creators. We don't have a full team like a Marvel or DC. We just like, why not do it ourselves?
Right.
Absolutely. It's when that next issue comes out, like you'll start seeing characters like Enoch from the Bible, and it's going to get a bit deep, because this character is not exactly a hero. Like we was just talking about earlier, like he was there before men was, before creation, and he finds out why. I don't want to spoil it too much, but he finds out why, and once he finds out why, then you start getting more characters start getting introduced, and he has a lot of ties to a lot of characters from the Bible, and he also has a lot of ties from Ethiopian Bible, in Egypt. It's a lot that plays into it. So I want to say so much so bad, but I just want to wait. Something's telling me to wait.
Okay.
I understand, but this is the place to do it if you want to drop some news. But no, man, I met you. I don't know when was the first time we actually met, but I know I've seen you on the con circuits. You and I being here in the same state. Yeah. So I probably have seen you at plenty of shows around here. But I know that you had a table with Sanford Green and Chuck Brown. And I also talked to you about some mentorship things that you were doing and traveling as an artist, man. And it seems like you've had you got a full life there. But then also, you're a member of the military also. So man, thank you for your service. And how do you balance all of that?
It's tough, but you're military as well, but it's I think now, because I'm disabled vet, so I try to get out often to enjoy life, try to get away from the desk. I still kind of I'm an introvert, but I still kind of like try to get around people. I think it's important to go out and experience like nature and just to feel alive again and give yourself some fresh air.
Yeah.
When it comes down to the shows, when I'm traveling, it helps out because I'm getting away from the desk. I'm getting out of town. Networking, which is my key thing when I'm traveling. So I network, meet new people, even meet old people that I've known before, and just try to talk about things that we want to do in the industry, like where the industry is going, how we can always advance to the next step. I try to stay in shape, try to keep my health good as well, because that's really big, especially being a vet.
Yeah,
it's like we been in the military, like it kind of makes you feel older than what you are, and so I try to. It's hard to balance it, man. It's hard. If I said it was easy, I'd be lying. I don't want to. Can't sugarcoat things. It's like, especially for others out there who want to join the military, might want to join the military one day. But yeah, it can be really tough, especially if you're an artist. If you're trying to draw comics and you're dealing with issues from the military, like it can be tough. But put those things in the back of your mind sometimes. Try to lock in, and the rest is history, man. Anything is possible.
Now, Are there a lot of people in the military that are into comics and things like that? Because, like I said, you've been in the military. Danny's mentioned a lot of times he's in the military. I know a couple other people, friends of mine that grew up watching anime in the military. Is that just like a subgenre of people in the military that just love comics also?
Mm.
You'd be surprised.
I feel like it.
You'd
Because
be
you wouldn't associate that with people that want to join the military. Usually they're like hyper masculine and thinking things like that. You know, the nerdy things aren't what they're into. So the idea that there's a lot of groups out there that are into it, that are in the military, would be, really nice to know about.
It's weird, man, because I think there's a part of like military service people who are just dedicated. Like there's a dedication in being in the military, and if you enjoy something, you're going to be dedicated to the things that you enjoy. So it kind of, if you're a person that naturally likes the likes comic books and anime and stuff like that, you're going to be dedicated to those things. The military, I've always said, can shape you into a type of person, but your who you are, always remains. So you can be a nerd and join the military, and the military is just going to teach you how to be dedicated and work as a team. And there's a lot of good things about that I say about joining the military. There's a lot of bad things too, but but
We don't talk about the good things here, though.
yeah, let's talk about the good things here. But I learned a lot, and you'd be surprised, like the type of people that you'll meet in the military. Darryl is actually the second comic book creator that I met in my time in the military. So, and black male comic creators, I know four of them who make comics and were also in the military. So, that's
Okay,
a
so two of them are on the show right now. Who are the other two?
Then there's Kevin McAdoo,
Okay,
who's one city away, and then there's a guy named Brian. I forget his last name though. Um,
Lambert.
no, not Lambert. Was Brian in the military? He might have been. No, he works for the Department of Veterans Affairs now, but I don't think Brian was in the military.
Mm.
But no, this was a Brian that I met when I was in Germany.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Okay.
wow.
All right. Sorry, tangent there. Darryl, with you being an artist, what made you decide that you wanted to also handle the writing duties for these stories? Did you feel like you were the only person that could handle it?
At the time, I did, but that was like way before I started meeting other people who, well, not started meeting. This before I started learning more about writing from other writers. Um, but I at the time I felt like I was the only one that could really write this story because, for one, it's about me. Two, it's something I've been working on since I was 12.
Mm.
So it's trying. I was developing in my head. I was drawing like on loose leaf sheets of paper, just trying to figure out how I wanted the character to look. So it went through many transitions. The story did as well. Before Revagen, it was called Hero, but I couldn't really use that as a title for it. So I had some issues with that for a couple of years. But like the writing, like I didn't really understand how to write at first.
Yeah.
So that took a while, but I was always like, illustration was my thing, So I was like, okay, let me just see if I can illustrate it before I write anything.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, so writing is the start. That's my blueprint. So let me figure out how to write a story, like how to write. That was the start. But man, hats off to any of the comic book writers because it's a tough task, especially the way this industry is going, and it depends on where you want to go, like how far you want to go. Like, shout out to y'all for what y'all do, Rodney Barnes, Stephanie Williams, like Rob Potcheck, like y'all are some great writers. Now, writing the first book, I said, okay, good. I wrote it perfect. I illustrated it perfect. But now I got to write issue 2. Then I got to write issue 3. So I'm like, okay, how can I figure out a way to like continue to be productive with this, especially if I'm doing everything? Because and then trying to put this out in a timely manner while I'm doing other projects with other people, like it's been tough. But yeah, that's how I feel about writing, man. It's uh it's it's another beast.
It is. It is. I think, especially for artists, like a lot of the artists that I work with, who want to tell their own stories, struggle because they will put their stories on the back burner for either paid client work or commissions or pinups or going to shows and things like that. So
I feel
um,
attacked right now. Why you look at me directly when you say
I,
that?
I wasn't. I was
Look,
looking up
I am
the air.
working on Ruby from Planet Oz at this moment.
I was looking up at the air. I wasn't looking at anybody specifically. I'm just
Whatever.
saying, I know a few, not just you two, but Wally also. Wally is expressed, he wants to get done with King Supreme, and he's got Super Bastard, and he's got Pakuma, and all these stories that he wants to tell. And all of y'all have the ability to tell the stories, but for some reason, the art always seems to come first. So whatever you have as far as art projects, are is what you put first, it seems like. And I think
Those pay bills.
because the art pays the bills. I understand that. I completely understand that. But I would say also too that it's my wife, man. She's gonna call every show. Every time I'm on the show, she's gonna call, and I love her. I love her dearly. But yeah, you have to put your your writing, your stories out there. And if you would, work with, I know a bunch of writers who need work. So, and who might be willing to trade writing for some art. And you know what I'm saying? So, y'all are talented folks and networking and stuff like that. Just put it out there. Put it out there. Say, hey man, I want to do some work, and we'll be happy to write. Cyrus?
I don't know. Are you putting that out there? Is that what you're saying right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
either one of y'all. You need somebody to write for you in exchange for art. I'm your man. Hit me
There
up.
will be other stories.
Okay.
I have some things I'm cooking up,
Absolutely.
especially this year. I'll be putting out more books this year. So Revagen is not the only one. Of course, Revagen is going to get put out, but I have a book called Cold Blasters.
Yeah.
More for the kids audience, but
Mhm.
I have a book coming out with Rob Pachi. So that's it's called Terminal. So
Okay.
that's something that we're working on. I was thinking about doing a manga at first, but I started doing the animation, so I've been storyboarding. So I've been storyboarding for a few directors, and then I still been working with this company with Malik Yusuf, which is a Kanye West writing producer. So I've been putting a lot of my stuff on the back burner, as you were saying, because I've been busy working with them.
So you've done a lot of work, not just for storyboarding, but for other comic book creators, things like that. I think I remember at one point seeing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle
Yeah.
project that you worked on. How did you find your way into, being a
Man.
part of all these projects?
So Ninja Turtles, when I met this author named Evangeline Lacey when I was on the way to Chicago. When I went to the C2E2 event there, that was back in 2015. She got me in connect with the Hero Initiative. So I met them, spoke with them. They sat me down, had me drawn at the table at the con, and they introduced me to the president of the Hero Initiative. Then he introduced me to the owner of the San Diego art gallery in California.
Mhm.
So when I went there, I met Kevin Eastman. It was during an event, Ninja Turtles event, because Out of the Shadows was coming out, and then they had an art auction going on, and Kevin Eastman wanted me to draw one of the turtles. So I did, but I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think it was going to be put in a book or anything. So after the auction, I was told that it was going to be put in the book. They was making a book called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 100 Project Book. So now they have a whole series of these. So now people get these books and take them to cons, try to find the artists and get them signed and everything.
Nice.
But that's how I got started with that. After that, it was just networking. Like the more people I talked to and built relationships with, they always knew somebody that wanted something done. And
Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
but that's how I always got onto different projects. Networking, going to Comic Cons was the main thing, but networking, not burning bridges. Making sure that when I got a project, I got it done. Especially with Chuck Brown. Like recently we did a project with Nationwide and NFL with Kyron Williams from the LA Rams. We at first I was supposed to be just the layout artist. They wanted to have a comic book done, so I finished that. I thought that was it. I was like, okay, I'm done. But they wanted storyboards because they were putting 2 films together. So I finished the storyboards for them, and before the films got put together. But it's all about like it's about who you know, what you can do, and how good you are. So over the years, I made sure I made myself valuable. Because I wanted to. I had a passion for art, and I wanted to be one of the best. So every day, like I didn't skip a day. And I still drive today, but every day I wanted to always be better than I was the previous day.
Nice.
Like that's my mentality. So
I think that's the important part. The part that you, how good you are, but also how consistent you are, or if people can count on you. You can network and you can know a lot of people, but if you don't deliver, then you ain't gonna get no work.
Yeah.
If you're immensely talented, but I pay you to do some work and you don't do it, I might not call you back. I don't care how talented you are. If you don't produce on the work, I might not call you back. So I think that consistency that you have, like I always tell people, there are 2 artists that I work with that that have never let me down. That is Kyron Silva and Wally McNair. And because of that, I will work with them forever. Anytime I've asked them to do any work, anytime I've sent them money to do something, it got done.
Yeah.
And they're good at their job and they're consistent. And I will recommend them to anybody at any time. So that thing is important. That's a very important part, especially in creative areas, because everybody doesn't have that.
Yeah, and it's that same hunger I had years ago before I got started with all of this. I still have it. There's certain people that I still go to when I go to these Comic Cons. I bring my work to them because I'm always like, yes, I'm consistent, but I'm always like trying to reach that next level. Brian Stelfreeze helped me out so much. Jason Keith, it's these guys, man, they really took the time to like sit down with me and tell me like, okay, this is what you're doing wrong. This is what you need to fix. This is how you fix it. And that meant a lot to me because like I've taken my art to other people before in the past, and it's like, oh, just work on this, work on that. But they really didn't take the time out to like show me what I need to work on. It's like,
Yeah.
I forgot that Brian Stelfreeze. I might need to make it connected. I've been wanting to get him to do an Ace Blade, and since I got the 10th issue coming out, I'm like, I might as well try to get him on it. So I might need you to connect me
Okay.
before too long. But go ahead,
Okay.
Kyron. You had a question.
Well, actually, I was going to talk about there was a question in the audience from a Danny J. Quick says, I need to know about Terminal. So what is Terminal about?
I can't say right now.
What you're
like
the one that brought it up, though.
That's why
I brought it up, but I can't really
That's
talk
why
about
I
it.
tagged Rob, so Rob could come on here and give us the information.
Man,
I know Rob. Rob is another creator here in North Carolina. He's done some great work. Bad Hair Day, I think, is his latest. But
He has Die Hard too.
Died Hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Died Hard. Died Hair is the one. Yeah. So, great creator. I know we need to get him on the show too.
all right.
But absolutely.
All right. Well, I was going to ask you the Kyron Williams work that you did. Was that for the Grit and Grace?
Yeah.
Series? Okay. Nice. And what part of that was that you said you did again?
The layouts for it and the storyboards.
Nice. Okay.
And that was the task on its own. It's it's a lot of when you're doing layouts and storyboards, just a lot of communication with the directors and everybody involved actually, because you're trying to you're the first line of defense.
Mm-hmm.
But you're trying to get a good feel of like how it's going to look, how the story's going to flow. Me and Chuck, we had a lot of communication, back and forth communication regarding that. He said, Chuck was like, I mean, because we never really worked together, but once we did, he was like, I like how consistent he is and how fast he gets stuff done. That conversation led on to go to Sanford Green. So started talking with Sanford Green when I hung out with him and Chuck at the Dragon Con in Atlanta. To talk to him for a bit, and I learned a lot about Sanford then. And man, they really paved the way for a lot of us, and they still are, especially with Bitter Root.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have that book, So it's like reading that, and then like looking at this whole picture, like where I'm at now. It's like it is a dream come true, It's sometimes it feels a little surreal because it's like, man, I've been waiting to get in front of these people, like show them my art, but to say that I've actually worked with them, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, I think it's great to look at, where you came from. I was actually going through my books, looking for Revagen, because I was like, I know I got a copy of this book. I know I had a copy of this book here in my house, and I was going through my books, but I found another book that shows how far we've come. This is a book called White and Wong.
Okay.
This is a book that is signed by Kyron Silva right here. And this is one of the early books that Kyron worked on. And I'm going to sit down and read this because I never got a chance to read it.
Okay. I need to specify, when you say worked on, I provided some color help on that book, and I did some editing on that book. That's all.
Okay. Hey, well, it's got your name on it. It's got your son's name in it here in the beginning. Big Tree Comics founder Kyron Silva.
Yeah.
And, back in 2015. So, I'm gonna
2015, really?
2015, 10 years, over 10 years ago now.
Oh
so
man.
I think that's great. I'm gonna actually sit down, and Kyron was sending me, he was showing, we were talking about, how far we've come, to connect it back to what you were saying. And he was showing, he's worked on like 40 comics in these 10, 12 years or so that he's been doing work. And I'm like, that's an accomplishment. That is really, really good, to have your fingerprints on so many titles. And to be consistent like that is great. So, take it in, man. It's okay to reflect and to see how, shout out to Rick Eddy. But yeah, it's good to reflect and to see how far you come and really to appreciate the work that you put in because it's impactful and it's important. But
Yeah.
you know what time of the show it is? It's my favorite part of the show. It is time for quick takes. Kyron, whenever you're ready. All right, all right. So, if you haven't seen the show before, Quick Takes is a rapid Q&A session where we grill our guests on their deepest, darkest secrets from the internet. I'm just playing. This is gonna be just some just some questions to get to know you a little bit better for our guests. And we're gonna ask you 5 questions. You're gonna have 45 seconds each to answer these questions. And they're just a little something that I've looked up on you. So we talked about you being in the military, Darryl, and you told us that you are a chaplain's assistant, which is cool. And I can kind of see how some of the things that you may have done in the military have bled over to your comics. But question number one is, what are some things that you learned in the military that really helped you as an artist?
Patience. Definitely learn patience. Having integrity.
Mm.
I feel like that's a really important part, especially being in this industry. And discipline.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely
up every day, getting to the comics, trying to finish the comics, and it's without discipline you can't do any of it.
That's facts. I really like that one. Discipline is a big one, man, for real. Especially as an indie creator.
Yeah,
gotta be disciplined because ain't nobody gonna make you do it. You gotta make yourself do it for sure. All right. Question number 2. You can only be one of these two for the rest of your career. What do you choose and why? You can be an illustrator or you can be an animator. Which one?
Ooh.
Which one are you doing for the rest of your life?
Oh.
I didn't think you get stumped on question 2. Shout out Rolam in the chat.
I'll be an illustrator.
You be an illustrator.
Hey, as an illustrator, I can still do the in-betweens for animation, or I could do concept art for animation.
You can do storyboards. You can do a lot. Illustrate. You can do a lot. You can tell stories with that art anyway. But that animation is a skill, man. Oh, and shout out to you, man. I saw the Ace Blade. The Ace Blade. Yeah, I like that too, man. That was fresh.
Appreciate it.
That was fresh. Okay, question number 3. Now this one is a tough one. Okay. In a death battle, who would win?
Why's it gotta be a death battle though?
In a death battle, who would win? Blank Man or Meteor Man?
I feel like this is like you gotta give Blank Man prep time type of deal.
Is that with or without J5?
Oh, with J5. Come on now, that's part of the arsenal.
Oh,
with enough prep time. Blank Man.
Wait, Blank Man can get him, man. That dude was crafty. He was crafty.
Are we basically saying this is our Batman and Superman?
Is that what we saying? Hey, man.
Oh,
I saw it. So
they're the world's dopest.
Right. We need to make that a cameo or a Easter egg in there. But I saw that Blank Man cosplay you did back in the day. So.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I forgot about that.
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. What? A Blank Man cosplay?
Yeah, it was for Halloween. I did. I dressed as Blank Man. But
it looked good, so. Okay. Now, a serious one. Question number 4. I want to ask you, why is mentorship in comics important? You talked earlier about, some of the greats, who took time to tell you what you were doing right and wrong. I want you to tell our audience, why is mentorship in comics important?
feel like mentorship is important in comics because it builds leadership. It also it allows people to see this industry and see storytelling from different perspectives. When you, especially when you're going to someone, if you have someone that's mentoring a mentee, and like they actually listen, they actually soak up the information, and they're not being big headed or anything like that. You know, it's very important because it helps build that person and it helps them out in the long run so they can be able to teach others.
I love it. I love it. It's very important. Very important. I'm trying to get on the Kyron's mentorship program, so he can teach me some things. But I'm on the other side of the planet, so he only does in-person mentors for some reason. Anyways, question number 5, and we always do a top 5 list for number 5, and you're right there in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
2-6.
2-6. My personal favorite rapper of all time, J. Cole, is dropping an album, The Fall Off, on February 6th of this year. It's a long-awaited album. So,
Darryl, did you know that he likes J. Cole? Like, I didn't know that, but did you know that?
Ain't no way you didn't know that.
Okay.
J. Cole is my favorite rapper.
But did you know that, Darryl, that he likes J. Cole?
I did. From your post. I saw your post.
Yeah. So
All right.
I want you to give me your top 5 J. Cole songs off the top of your head right now.
Top 5 J. Cole songs. Okay.
It's gonna be tough.
That's tough. I think I'd go with 95 South.
95 South. Nice. Cameron. It's a good one.
Yeah, that's tough.
You're not going to be able to make it, are you?
Probably not.
All right.
All right, stop the timer on this.
Give me 2 more. Give me 2 more. Come on now.
There's just too many to choose from. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Dang. See,
I'll make a post.
I'm putting this online. I'm putting this online, man. I'm putting it online. I'm tagging J. Cole. I'm gonna tell them that you couldn't come up with a top 5.
But look, I don't need nobody saying, "Oh, he like that song or that song's trash." Like, nah.
Wait, but no, you can't. They can't get mad at you for your opinion on liking it.
Well, your song, it's your favorite.
There's certain things.
Like my favorite J. Cole song is "Runaway," and that's not one of his biggest songs. It's just a song that's very personal to me because exactly what he was talking about is exactly how I feel sometimes. I was like, yo, he really wrote this song and I really relate to it, and it's not a hit. It's just one of the album cuts, but it's my favorite J. Cole song,
Yeah, I think I All My Life and then Power Trip.
Oh yeah, Power Trip. That's a great one. Yeah. Okay. Well, man, we appreciate you doing that for us. This week, Quick Takes is brought to you by 5 Star Comic Con. We are 148 days away from 5 Star Comic Con on June 20th and 21st, 2026. Kyron and I will both be in attendance. We might even do a live show. So y'all come out to 5 Star Comic Con in Dayton, Ohio, June 20th and 21st of this year.
You got your tickets yet? Or no, sorry, you got your plane ticket yet? Or
I'm driving.
I'm
driving. I'm not.
I do want to share this real quick because Danny brought it up. So let me bring it on.
There we go. Yeah.
For our listening audience, I was able to find the Darryl Murphy.
Yeah, I forgot about
Blank Man.
Oh, man.
Hey, Fayetteville loved it. Yeah, I'm surprised that many people remember who that character was, man.
This is so iconic looking. I mean, you got everything down there. Like, is that even the right cape too? Like, is that the exact match of the cape?
It's close. It's close.
Yeah,
close to it.
Man, that's solid, bro. That's a good costume right there.
I knew Danny knew what I was trying to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said it looked good, man. I
Yeah,
love
Nate is all there.
Appreciate it.
Great.
All right, Darryl, we are out of time, but we want to make sure that our audience follows you and keeps up with all your books and everything you're working on. So where's the best place online for people to do that at?
Right now, you can find me on ArtStation. Just type in Darryl Murphy or just Google Darryl Murphy, the artist, and it'll show you like TikTok, Instagram, and it'll even show my website up there. So,
all right. Danny, where can people check you out then?
If you want to find me, the best place to go is fourthwallpros.com. I'm sorry. And if you want to find me online, shut up, Kyrie. If you want to find me on
179 episodes of this, and he don't even know his own website yet. That's all right.
Shut it up. If you want to find me on social media, it's at the Ace Blade on all social media platforms. What about you, Kyrie? Where can people find you?
You can find me at tauruscomics.com. I am on all social media platforms at Taurus Comics. And this is the first time you ever checked out our podcast. You can go to our website, fourtailspodcast.com. You can check out our previous episodes. You can find a link to 5-Star Comic Con there. But join us next week for our first edition of Fortnite Friday. Oh my God, dang, I forgot.
Come on now, Kyron. 170 episodes. We did Fortnite Friday all last season.
I know. That tells you I am not looking forward to this. But Fortnite Friday, it's the first game of the year. Hey, if people want to join up with us, let us know. We can maybe get some groups going in. Hit me up, hit Danny up, let us know. But until then, everybody, sayonara, goodbye, and please take care of yourselves. Wrong button.
Music provided by my brother, Quix Made It. Find him online in YouTube, Instagram, and SoundCloud.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.